Hi, welcome back to my channel, Sue's Corner. This week, we are going to dedicate a slot for our men. I've been getting back some feedback from the men, and I think they're feeling a little left out. Yes, don't get us twisted. This is a channel for women and still promoting women being heard and seen and a safe space for women. But again, this week, we are going to dedicate this slot to men. So on this week's topic, it's called Dear Men. And this is our way of showing them that we are able to meet them halfway. So on this week episode, we're going to be dedicating to the men and just basically telling them a little bit about us. Okay? This may be in the form of answering questions that they ask, or specifically for us today, we are just going to be telling them a little bit about us. All right? I did receive, however, 2 questions from my spouse, and basically, he wanted to know why when men ask questions and answer, when men are asked a question and they answer, why we believe their answer is not correct. Well, you know what? It's not that we don't think that your answer is correct. I think over time of being with someone, you know the individual, right? It's almost like you know their MO. So you know what makes them tick, you know what makes them anxious, you know what makes them angry, and all these different emotions. So for example, me, if I see that my spouse is not looking as cheerful as he is, because he's a cheerful person and he loves to make others smile and he is provoking, he will rob you just to get some kind of joke or something from you, and or just to get you to laugh. So if I see my partner comes in and he's kind of off and he's not giving jokes and he's not messing with everyone who he used to mess with, then I'm like, something is off. Then I may go in and ask, hey, what's happening? Are you okay? And then his response sometimes is, yeah, man, I'm good. For, again, you know your partner. So for me, yeah, man, you're good is, I don't want to talk right now. I am not okay. But, as men, they don't express themselves. So that's always a cover-up. So when I hear, yeah, man, I'm good, it is a signal to me that I need to ask more questions. I need to see how I can be there for him. So the yeah, man, I'm good is I don't believe that you're okay. And that's why I keep asking. All right. The second question, he says that why are women not explicit? Or we don't say exactly what we want, I guess. I think we're very explicit. I think what happens sometimes is that we believe that over time of being with our partners, they should know us. So also, it's almost like what I just said. You should now be picking up on cues, on things that make me tick, on things that make me upset, on signal that I am depressed, or signal that I anxious about something. Just certain signals I think you should be picking up on. And when you don't get these cues, I'm upset or I'm disappointed, because again, you want your partner to be, this is the person who you're most intimate with, and this is the person you want to know you inside out. And it depends on how long you've been with this person, right? So being with someone for this year, almost 12 years, you are expecting that 12 years of being with me or being married to me would have given you experience into my life. Yes, we do grow and change, because growth along comes with growth is change. So I may change a little bit, but I'm still the same person in the sense of my personality may be the same, my struggles may be the same, and just things that I think that you should know about me at this point. If you don't catch on to them and someone else catches on to them, then I feel disappointed and upset. I believe again that you should be the first person to know what I'm going through, the first, even without me telling you. Another thing is I may say something and you don't take it as a clue, or you don't take it that I'm not okay. And it's almost like a cry for help and you didn't get it, or you were not emotionally available for me. So it's almost by the time that I'm done dealing with this issue, then that's the time you want to ask, and I don't want to go back there. So then I hit you with, yeah man, we're good. All right, so it's not that we're not explicit. We say a lot, we talk a lot, but I don't think you guys are listening. So it seems as if we're not saying what we want, but we did. All right, so we're gonna move on to other tips for you guys. The first one I think I'm gonna go into is we are resilient and we are strong. Women are very resilient. We are strong. We are multitaskers. We are going to get things done, and we're doing 10 things at once. Something that men find difficult to do. Men are more, they have to be doing one task at a time, and they put all their focus into that one task, and they can't do something else, in between. Women are definitely the opposite. We're multitasking. So we're cooking, we're cleaning, we're doing laundry, we're pausing to get the kids clean, we're doing homework, all at the same time. And I know sometimes it looks effortlessly, like, oh my God, they make this look so easy. But you know what? I'm here to tell you today, it's not easy. It is not without effort. It is not without strain and stress sometimes. It's not without me locking in my closet and crying my eyes out, because it's just a lot. Sometimes we don't want to seem like we're complaining, so we push and we make it seem effortlessly. But what I'm saying, we are strong and we're resilient and we are multitaskers, but it would be nice to hear, hey, are you okay? How can I help? If I have a list of 10 things to do, for example, for the month or for a week, it would be nice for you to say, hey, like for example, me, I have a whiteboard with things that I have to get done, whether for the month or the week, and I prioritize them. It would be nice for a spouse to say, hey, I see you have like 10 things on that whiteboard. How are they going? Sometimes even a reminder that, hey, babe, you remember we have this coming up. Remember this is happening at school, So again, we make it seem effortlessly, but I'm here to say today, it is not. All right. The other one is we love men who are in touch with their feminine side. I know this is going to be hard, especially for our Caribbean men, but we're not asking you to be female. What we're asking you for is to be in touch with your feminine side. And this may look like just being emotional, showing some kind of emotion. If you are down in mood, it is okay to be. If you are mentally strained, it is okay to be. It is okay to cry if you feel like crying your eyes out. It is okay to say, hey, hon, I just need a hug, Whatever it may be, whatever you need from us emotionally, we want you to voice that. We want you to be okay with crying, with being emotionally intelligent. We are okay with that. We love honesty. And you know what? Let me touch this topic. Honesty does not mean cruelty. So we're not asking you to, your body's changing and it's so ill, whatever. You need to do something about that. That's not what we are asking you for. We are asking you for honesty. So, okay, I'm saying, hey, baby, you think I'm putting on some weight? Or, it's okay to say yes. And again, honesty does not mean cruelty. So you're not trying to be cruel. You're just honestly saying how you feel. Another example is, hey, I have an idea of something that we need to do, or I have a plan in my head and I come to you with this plan. It is okay to show what you think of the plan, being honest, and not waiting until the process is far gone, then find the time to disagree with us. We want you to be man enough to speak your truth, again, without being cruel. I'm going to explain how we think so differently. Men are normally more logical thinkers. And I think for us, we're very emotional. And I think if we start to see how each other think, we will stop holding each other at the ransom of wanting you to sound like me, wanting you to look like me, wanting you to think like me. We need to start accepting women for who they are. We are emotional thinkers, and by and large, we are going to be emotional in our arguments. We are going to be emotional in our thoughts. And as soon as we are accepted for how we think, I think men will start understanding that, hey, I'm not looking for my woman to be a logical thinker, but I want, I know she's emotional and that's how she's going to express herself, and I'm going to accept her for that person. We want to be continually wooed. We have a thing that we say in relationship that honeymoon period. I hate that saying. Honeymoon period is basically saying there's a period of your relationship where everything is good and nice, whether it's the first month, first 2 months, or 2 to 3 months, where everything is so diamond, crystals, and nobody can do any wrong. I'm saying, can we spill this over in a long haul relationship? Yes, things are going to change, but what we're asking for is that continuity of, you are everything to me. I'm going to do everything in my powers to make you happy. There's a saying that we say in Jamaica: when men are in love with you and they want to be with you, them will climb a maca tree. We are saying continue that energy into the relationship. Let us feel the love. Let us feel how important we are, just like when you were getting on to us. Or, as we say in Jamaica, when you don't look me. All right? So continue that energy and let us feel the love. Let us feel how excited you are to be with us. Another point is, sometimes we just love to vent. So I think a lot of time men think that we're always arguing and we're always loud and we're so emotional, and sometimes we're not asking you to fix anything. I know, especially for me, I come in from work and it may have been a stressful shift, and I just want to vent. I'm not asking you to fix it because you're not a nurse. But what I'm asking you for is, and I'm sure for other women, we're asking you for a listening ear. Just listen. Acknowledge that you're hearing us. And again, we're not asking you to fix anything at all. On the heels of that, I'm going to say we want men to listen to us. We want to be heard, and we want to be seen for exactly who I am. So for example, I'm very strong-willed and I am opinionated, strongly opinionated. I'm a strong woman, and sometimes it comes off as aggression, but it is me probably. I always say to my husband, I am very strong, opinionated and passionate about what I speak about, and sometimes it may come off as aggression or loud, but I'm not. Again, I want to be heard and seen for who I am, and not ask to be someone else or act like someone else. So we want to be heard, seen, and we want you guys to listen. And when I say listen, I want you guys to listen, not to respond, but listen to understand. Another point is, women, as sad as it sounds, we take longer to let go of anything. And this may not be the best quality, but I think also men can help us with this. If you have done something to wrong me, give me time to process. And my time of processing may not be tomorrow or even this evening. But what I'm asking you for is patience, to have a conversation about what is hurting me, and not to hold me at a ransom of trying to get over this right now and grow up and, just forget about it. I'm asking you for patience because we take longer to get over stuff. And again, accepting us in our entirety means accepting us as who we are. How you can also help is not trying to pile on stuff on whatever we're going through. So for example, there's hurt number 1, and we're going to process it and we're going to take our time to go through it. We're asking not for you to add another hurt while I'm processing this hurt, because sometimes that's how resentment comes about, because there's always something else. So while I'm trying to get over this hurt or this disappointment, you go ahead and disappoint again, and I cannot be done with this one or process this one. And again, remember, it takes longer for us to get over whatever we're trying to get over. So it'd be nice for me to at least process this and finish. And I'm not asking you to put something else on, but just in case something else comes along, it comes when I've already sorted this out, because again, it takes us longer to process. Another point is inner beauty is just as important as outer beauty. Sometimes you meet us in our 20s where, we're shapy, stomach is all flat, we're probably a size 0 for some of us who were. And then we are together for a while. We're getting older, so our metabolism are slower. We don't lose weight at the same rate that we used to. For some of us, we've had children. We've had 3 children. And our body does change from that. What we're asking for is for patience. What we're asking for is love and care while our body changes, and not to be felt as if we're being judged or, scrutinized on the way our bodies are changing. The whole thing of a long haul relationship is that we're going to grow old together, and growing old, we're going to start to sag. How our body works, that's going to change dramatically. And if we only see the outer beauty of people and not the inside beauty of why I first fell in love with you, the me on the inside, my personality, if you're not in love with me to the core, then it's going to be impossible for you to love me into old age. We want you guys to be involved in the children's life. And let me say this again. I know a lot of men who are, or fathers who are great fathers. I have a group that I'm in. We call it ECOI. It's mostly men who we were in cadet together with. And I'm telling you, those guys are great examples of dads who are there for their kids, and they don't play about being fathers. What I'm asking for is not just to be there financially for your kids. I think for dads, being there financially is the most important goal, but I'm also asking you to be involved. That may look like going to PTAs at school. It may mean going to whatever the kids have, extracurricular activity they have at school. It means doing pick up. It means playing with your children. It means cooking for them. It just means having bath times with them, more than just preparing or, getting ready to be financial dad. We're asking for men who have daughters to show them how they are supposed to be treated when they are older. That's what we're asking for, a deep involvement with your children, and not just to be financially, there, not just to be there financially. Another point is we love surprises. And when I touch on this topic, I also want to say the cost of the surprise does not dictate how surprised I'm gonna be. The saying that says a gift from the heart is the most purest and the most accepted is still true. whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing it from your heart. And if we can feel that, then we will automatically love your gifts. And we still love surprises. You used to surprise us when you just fell in love with us. Why not again? It kind of ties into the wooing of women. Just continue on, that journey of making us feel special. I have 2 more points to go along with, and one of these points is very personal for me. Men or women friends or girlfriends are super important to us. I don't know of everyone, but for example, me, I have a best friend. And sometimes jokingly, my husband and I have a little back and forth, you go to her for everything, da 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 da. And what I want to say is, I always tell him, the relationships are clearly different. All right? It's not a relationship that can be compared. So I can't say, oh, I love Stacy more, or it is not something to be compared. Or woman friendship are very important to us. Again, you may not get me at every point. And yes, I want to share my life with you, but you may not get me at every point. And having that feminine energy or that woman best friend who can see you exactly for who you are is needed. All right? So, no need to be jealous. You are still important to us. It's just that sometimes we need that feminine energy and that person to hold us accountable and come from a place that they know where we're coming from. So that's all it is. That is all it is. And lastly, we still want men to be in charge. We don't want to take on the world on our heads and to be having to find masculine energy. We don't want to be running the house all alone. As much as we may do it easily and effortlessly, we still want our men to be in charge. We need men for security reasons, to feel safe, to check the doors before we go to bed. We still need our masculine energy in the house. We still need you guys. Yes, it's 2023, and I know a lot of relationships are basically 50-50 right now when it comes to bills and, all of that, but we still need leaders. And you being a leader in your house does not mean that you are superior to me, but we still want that energy. We still want that masculine energy who takes charge and make us feel safe and make us feel loved, and provided for. So that's my last point. I know that my corner sisters are going to do a fabulous job in continuing this conversation in the comments. Guys, go on, subscribe, like and share. Continue to do whatever you're doing. This is so amazing. I want to say thank you guys again for all the support that you have been giving. Effortless support, might I add. And just continue to come on in and share and just engage in these conversations. The last conversation on femininity, I loved the voices, I loved the videos, and I want to say a special thank you for all who have participated and also for who have been commenting. Thank you guys so much, and I meet you in the next video. Thank you.